Welcome back to Beyond 50, and today will hopefully be a pretty short video while I do some repairs on the Jeep here. It's usually an easy vehicle to work on, and the parts that I'm going to be working on are easy to get to. It's the instrument cluster, which stopped working about a week ago, and that means I can't tell how much gas is in it or how fast I'm going, and the town I live in likes to give out speeding tickets, so that's an important thing to know. I spent a bunch of time testing out all the fuses, checking that the grounds were working, a lot of other things that are sort of talked about on the internet with this sort of problem. And none of those actually seem to be the problem. So I ordered a replacement instrument cluster, very used, off of eBay for 120 bucks. It arrived this morning. Let's go open the package up, and hopefully it will look like one that will fit in here. I think it should. It looked like it would on the pictures. And let's get this repair going. All right, so let's just open this box up and see what we have in here. Guy just arrived today. There we go. New Jeep instrument cluster. A little bit of, it's got 153,000 miles on it. A little bit of dirt in there, it's gonna be fine. So this is my instrument cluster, and as you can see, the lights come on, it beeps, it does some of the right things, but the actual gauges don't work. So the lights are working, but the gauges are not. Taking apart or getting access into the Jeep instrument cluster is fairly easy. There's two screws. There's one here, one on the other side, and then there's a set of screws that we can access under here once we pull this panel off. So should go pretty quick. We'll take some quick step-by-step instructions of it, but this is all fairly simple and easy to get to. All right, so after taking out those two screws, we've got two screws, one on either side of the instrument panel, and we'll take those out and it should come right out. All right, well, I ended up pulling off that lower metal panel as well because I had a screw drop in there that I needed to grab out. But now that these two screws are out, the bezel on this will come right out. I'm gonna just set it over here because I have this wire from my microphone attached to it. Oh, we're gonna try and do that a little more carefully than that. And then we have two more screws, one here and one on the other side. That will allow the instrument panel to just come straight out. Okay, and now that we've removed those two screws, we can just pull this guy. Oh wait, there's two more screws, hang on. 4 screws. So if you're taking out 2 of the screws, there are 2 more screws to the bottom. So there's a total of 4 screws, 2 on this side, 1 up here and 1 down there, that each need to come out. Okay, and now that the 4 screws are removed, we can just pull that right out. This just has 2 connectors that it snaps into right there. You can see the connectors on the back side there. They just snap right into those slots. We'll just slide this new one into place. It just should snap right in. There we go. One-handed, we did it. And just to see if this fixed it. I feel like I got like a 10% chance this is gonna fix it, given my luck lately with cars. That did it. That was it. That absolutely did it. Gauges are now working. I can see what my battery voltage is. I can see that I got a half tank of gas. I can see that my RPMs are running and my oil pressure and my temperature's low. So that was the fix. We just needed to replace this bad boy and put in a new one. So this cost me about $100 off of eBay, and seems to have fixed it. So all we're gonna do now is just reverse the order of snapping things back in place, putting the screws back together, and we have a successful fix. I'm super happy about this. All right, I don't know if you could tell in that last clip, but I am pretty stoked that this actually worked. Maybe at the beginning of the video, it wasn't quite as clear, that I was a little doubtful that this was actually gonna be the fix for it. So really happy that this instrument cluster, A, worked, and B, fixed it and see, as you saw, was fairly easy to swap out. This probably, you know, I edited the video down, but it probably took me 10 minutes just to pull the screws out, swap everything out, and then put the screws back together. 10 minutes end-to-end time for this repair. Really the longest bit that I had was waiting for this part to come. And I'm not going to talk about the seller that sold it to me off of eBay, but they took almost a week before they shipped it out. And so I'm not going to give them any sort of review or anything, because that just felt that was a little too long. Like, I was literally just waiting for an additional entire week before it was even shipped. And then I had to wait a few more days of shipping. So it's been probably 2 weeks since I started troubleshooting this and ordered the part initially, and it came in today, and 10 minutes later we're working. So thanks for checking out the video. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and we'll be back with more content soon.